Well, hello everybody. Well, winter is winding down. We're in the middle of February at the time of this video being made, and all the snow has melted. We had a big snow a few weeks ago. All of this was covered. So anywho, my skin has taken a big hit from, the cold weather over the winter months. So I decided today that, I'm going to make myself some aloe vera products using my natural aloe plant right here. Now, this is my lady. I've had her in the house all winter, of course. And I know a lot of people may say that pot is crowded, it needs to be broken up, but aloe actually like to be crowded out like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the stems to make a aloe vera soap, a aloe vera oil, and an aloe vera face lotion moisturizer. Okay, so I just figured I'd, bring you guys along for it. So I'm looking to see which ones are really nice, meaty leaves. And I cut them at the bottom just like that. Just slice it right on off. And aloe vera is such a delight for me to work with. I love aloe vera. This is why I choose to grow them, to grow the plant. Its healing properties is just amazing. I've been using and keeping pure aloe vera plants in my possession now for a couple years. So you see, those are some nice healthy stems. And the thing about it is, aloe vera is very helpful, but you have to know how to, clean it properly. So now that I have taken off the leaves that I'm going to use from the aloe plant, I'm going to lay them in this bowl right here because there's a yellow mucus that comes out. It's not the gel, that's like a mucus. It's called latex. Okay, and it's good before you use the aloe to extract the gel. You got to let all that latex out because some people have allergic reactions to it, the latex. So what I normally do is I put my aloe vera into a bowl like how it is now, and I run some cool water in it, and I let the leaves soak out all that yellow fluid, and I'll change the water about 3-4 times. Sometimes I let them soak overnight. So during the day, I'll change the water because you see how the water has that yellow tint to it. That's still the latex coming out. So I'll empty that water out and put fresh water in. I normally let them soak for about a day, until the water is clear and all you see is the clear mucus. So here's the next day, because I let these sit overnight, soak overnight. And so now I'm just, rinsing off the leaf because I'm going to be using the green part of the leaf as well as the inside, because that's where all our goodness is. All that good gel is inside. So there, I went on ahead and cut off another leaf. I know in the last clip you saw 2, and you saw me cut off 2, but I went on ahead and got 3 because I think I'm going to use a whole one for just the facial moisturizer lotion that I'm going to make. Okay. So at this point, it's been a long winter, and my skin, especially the skin, my face, oh my goodness, I have such dry patches on my face It's just ridiculous. So that's what got me up this, a couple days ago to decide to make this. So here, I'm just getting ready to extract all of the aloe vera gel out of the middle. But yeah, so aloe vera could be used directly out of the leaf, like how I'm cutting it open. It could be used directly as treatments, for a tighter skin. It softens skin. It's a moisturizer. And it, diminish blemishes. It, handles inflammation. Aloe vera is good for, the face as a moisturizer. And I live in Pennsylvania, so we had a pretty cold, brutal winter, and I need to moisturize, So here I'm just taking a spoon and I'm just, scooping out the aloe vera. Now all over the internet you got different, lots of, YouTubers, have their own way of scooping out the aloe vera, but this is what works for me. So I just try to get out of as much of, the gel as possible. And yeah, so basically, of course, a lot of people, know what aloe vera is, but if you don't know what aloe vera is actually it's of the succulent species. It's a succulent, and it's kind of related to all different types of succulents, like cactus. They're all like in the same family, and it's a succulent species to the native Arabian Peninsula. And the leaves are filled with a gooey flesh, like you see, me using. I'm right here. I'm just about to just blend up all of the insides of that nice gooiness. And the crazy thing is, once you blend it up, it's no longer gooey. It's more like liquidy at that point. It's amazing. But the healing properties is, oh my goodness. I had a paper cut on my finger at the time that I was doing this video. By the time I got finished blending up the aloe vera, my paper cut had done closed completely. Now, mind you, I had this paper cut for a couple days before I, started messing around with this aloe vera. And see how I'm touching it and putting my fingers in there? That cut was like right on that finger that I just dabbed into the cup of aloe vera juice. And that paper cut seemed like it would just hurt and hurt and hurt. After I got finished making this video, that paper cut was completely gone. And it was like just a bother for like about a week. It seemed like it kept, with every move of my finger, it kept opening back up. When it would heal, it opened back up. Okay, so I'm about to make the oil right now, the aloe vera oil. So I'm using the leftover aloe vera skin and leaves. People always want to call me when I'm making a video. They don't respect my hustle. So yeah, so I just got some regular extra virgin olive oil, And it doesn't really matter, what brand. I just needed the olive oil. And this is my surfactant or my soap base. I got this from Amazon, but you can get these from a hobby store, Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to use the one that has the aloe vera base. And these are my soap molds that I'm going to be using. I'm just, letting you guys see, the different soap molds that I have. So we're getting ahead of ourselves, but I just wanted you to see what that mess was over there. So just get you some olive oil and a nice bowl. And this pan that I'm using, it's a electric pan. Believe it or not, I thrifted this. I got this out of the Goodwill, and I keep this pan just to do what I'm doing now, making my oils and hair growth oils and stuff like that, and all my infusions. So there, you see how all of the leaves are like just skin now. That's what you want. You want to, infuse all of that goodness that was left onto the aloe vera skin. You want to infuse all that into your oil. And yeah, so they'll take on like a purple color. The skin will take on a purple color. As opposed to when I first started, they were green and still had some leftover aloe vera on it. But yeah, so this is my oil. And I'm going to have to strain the oil. I use a regular cheesecloth and, a strainer. But you could check out on YouTube. Lots of people have lots of videos on how to do a oil infusion. So now I'm just melting down my soap base. So the soap base that I'm using, like I said, I ordered that from Amazon. I'm sorry about that view, that crooked view. I don't know why the camera did that. But yeah, so what you do is you melt the soap down, because I want to be able to use this facial soap like tomorrow. I can make the other type of soap with the lye and all, but they have to cure for like 6 weeks, and I don't want to wait that long. So there. So you just saw me hold up a bag of moringa. So I'm going to add some moringa into my soap just for color. But basically, believe it or not, moringa is really good for your skin too. Moringa, I did some research on it. Moringa slows down the signs of aging. And it's a good moisturizer for your skin as well. So moringa, that was actually a good choice I chose for this soap. Not thinking of the good, properties it has, moringa. I just basically chose moringa for, the green color. So it would, color the soap. So there, you see me pouring in to the soap, adding in some of my aloe vera, pure aloe vera blend that I blended up. And the crazy thing is, aloe vera is not, it's not like, it's really like it's not, how would you say, it's not, regulated. Whereas what I mean by that is, people could put on their labels that they use aloe vera. Oh, this is loaded with aloe vera, and it's not. You know what I mean? So I'm just showing you guys how I'm making my facial soap with real aloe vera. So if you decide to do this at home for yourself or for your family or whatever, you could, use your aloe vera. You could put as much pure aloe vera in your product as you want, you know. And yeah, that's the thing I don't like that, companies get away with doing. So right here, I'm just going to add a little bit of fragrance. This is from Nature's Garden, and it's the scent called frankincense and myrrh. It's a really nice, soft smell, because if you know the smell of aloe got a real like strong, pungent smell to me. So these facial beauty bars, I don't, I don't want that smell. I just want the goodness that it does. So I just added in um, a little bit of fragrance, but that would be definitely up to you, you know. But yeah, you could add as much aloe vera into your soap bars as possible. And the good thing about this type of soap is as soon as it cures, as soon as it dries out into the mold, you could use it like the next day, as opposed to making the soap with the lye and all that stuff. After you make that type of soap, that soap have to cure for like about 6 weeks. It have, the soap bars have to sit for about 6 to 8 weeks. So I didn't want to wait that long. This is why I decided to just make my aloe vera bars a soap using I call it a quick soap. But actually these soap bases, again, you could buy them out of Amazon, or you could, go to Hobby Lobby or any craft store. And it gets a little messy. You see how I made a little mess. But the important thing is to get as much into the soap mold as possible. And here, this is 6 hours later. I came to unmold the soap and see how well we're doing with the soap. And look at that. And they smell so good. I can't wait to use them. I'm going to give a couple to my neighbor next door. And you see, made of pure aloe. And I put some aloe vera oil into the soap base. So not only does the soap have aloe vera juice in it, but it has aloe vera oil. And look at that. That mold, I love this mold. It's so pretty. The soaps come out so pretty. Look at that. Very, very nice. And they smell good. I could smell the frankincense and myrrh. And I used the soap base that is already had olive oil in it. So that soap bar is going to be really good for our face. So now we done our soap bar. So that's the cleansing part. So we got our cleanser. Now what we have to make is a moisturizer. Now, I don't know about you ladies, but I'm in my early 50s. Okay. So when we get a particular age, we have to moisturize. Okay. So again, I'm using the same ingredients. I got my moringa. Okay. Moringa, helps with aging. At least that's what it say. We're going to see. And I got my Caribbean cocoa butter. This stuff smells good. It's the kind that smells like cocoa. It smells like chocolate. So if you're not fine with the smell. I think it's unrefined. I think refined. I don't know. But yeah, so just order the one that don't have the smell. But I like the smell of cocoa butter. Because again, aloe vera have a real pungent smell. So anything to mask out the smell of the aloe is good. Okay, so this is an emulsifier. I'm going to let you know why we're using that as well when it comes time. And this is BTMS 25. And I'm going to let you know why we're using that as well. Because we're going to make a lotion. We're not going to make a butter. We're going to make a lotion. And this is some shea butter. I ordered this from a vendor out in Ghana, Africa. And I used a lot of the shea butter. So I'm down to that block right there. I'm going to have to order some more. But that shea butter, oh my goodness, it is so good. And I had that container for about 2 years. I think I got that during the pandemic. And I've been using it. And, you know, because shea butter, you only need a little. And it goes a long way, especially when you're making products. Okay, so there's the rest of the aloe vera oil that I infused when I used the aloe vera leaves. And this is the rest of the aloe vera juice. Okay, so we got our pure aloe vera oil and our aloe vera juice. And now we're going to get ready to start making our lotion. Okay, so right here I'm going to be starting with phase 1, which is our butter, our melting phase. So in this phase, we're going to melt out everything that needs to be melted out. Our butters, our waxes, and all that stuff. Okay, BTMS 25. It's a ingredient that helps with the smoothing out of your product. It helps to give your lotion more slip, and it helps, you know, to blend out to blend out like the aloe vera and other things that you're going to be using in your product. So BTMS, that's optional. You don't have to use that, but I just chose to use it because I've been using it for a while, and I like the way how it makes my lotions and butters feel when I rub them onto my skin. Okay, and this is that big block of cocoa butter. So cocoa butter, oh, and it smells so good. I ordered this from Amazon. Okay, and again, this is the cocoa butter that smells like cocoa, and it's so smooth and soft. I mean, you could tell it's pure cocoa butter. And it smells so good. So there, I'm measuring everything out, and I'm writing down the measurements on my from my scale. I got a book in the background. I'm just writing down what it is that I'm doing, just in case if I want to remake this recipe. So yeah, so you'll see me, you know, tweaking everything and checking the scale. So yeah, so we're working on our moisturizer, and now I'm gonna tell you something. When you're using shea butter is way different than cocoa butter. Shea butter melts much faster than cocoa butter. As you can see, the cocoa butter that piece of cocoa butter right there in my hand is really, really hard compared to the shea butter. Now you can see the difference in the color, but look how soft. See how it just breaks. It's really, really soft. So when you're melting down your cocoa butter, I would suggest you let the cocoa butter start melting before you put in the shea butter, because you don't want your shea butter to burn. Okay. I'm going to be using the double boiler method. So, and I stand there and watch it. So if that's what worked for me. But if you don't, make sure you let your cocoa butter start melting and make sure that becomes liquid first, and then add in your solid shea butter. Now here I am going in with all that good pure aloe vera infused oil. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to use this on my skin. So that is pure aloe vera oil. And y'all saw me make it. So this, now again, I'm making this stuff for myself. But if I was making this for someone, of course, you know, everything would be different. You know, I will have on gloves and all that stuff, and you know, but since I'm doing it for myself, you know, that's why I don't have on any gloves. So here I'm about to weigh out the liquid. So we just poured in the aloe vera oil. So now we're going to pour in the pure aloe vera, juice. See, you could never have enough. All that good ingredients going into this lotion. We got pure aloe vera oil. We got pure aloe vera liquid juice. We got pure aloe vera juice. We're going to have moringa. We got our butters in there. We got cocoa butter. We got shea butter. We're going to put some moringa in there. You can't tell me anybody's skin. I don't care what type of skin you got. You know, unless you have an allergic reaction to aloe vera. Unless you're allergic. But if you're not allergic to any of these products, your skin will thank you. It really will. It will thank you. So there I'm just, you know, measuring out the moringa, and I'm writing it down because I got a feeling I'll be making this recipe again. And that's my BT MS, which basically, that, like I said, that just neutralizes all the butters and the cocoa butter and the shea butter, and helps it slide more easily. And you know, it just gives your product a good slip. Now, this part is very important. When you're making a lotion, the difference between, okay, first of all, the difference between butters and lotions. Butters are made of oils and different type of butter, cocoa butter, shea butter, whatever type of butters you need that you want. Lotion has water in it. So since we're adding a liquid, which is the aloe vera juice, we all know oil and water don't mix. So you need to have a ingredient to bind your water to the oil, because otherwise your lotion will just break. And yeah, you see the difference in the color of the BTMS and the emulsifying wax. That's what you need emulsifier for. Emulsifier helps your oils to stick to the water when you're making your product. Because, you know, like when you, without a emulsifier, your lotion will just separate, and you'll have, you know, your butters at the bottom and your water will be at the top. It'll just separate. You need that to stay incorporated. And this part is so funny, y'all. I was messing with all those butters and creams. My hands were so soft. I couldn't get the top off of the glycerin. So I winded up having to break the top off with a knife. It was so crazy. I was hitting the top of it, trying to, you know, loosen up the top to screw it off, and it popped off. And glycerin was everywhere, but it's okay though, because I was able to pour the rest of the glycerin into these bottles that I have. I have tons of these bottles because I sell a moisturizing oil. I sell a lot of oil infusions, so I use these bottles. So I had a lot in, you know, in storage. So yeah, I was so mad about that. That was a brand new bottle of vegetable oil. I mean, yeah, glycerin oil. So I'm going to add a little bit of glycerin in. And what glycerin does is it extracts moisture from, you know, the air into your skin. It pulls in moisture. Okay. So even though the air is still kind of dry outside, that's why I'm not using much. Only used a little dab of it. Because hopefully we'll be going into, you know, March and April and stuff like that. I'll use this moisturizer while I'm and sitting around in the house, and when I go outside, I'll use a heavier cocoa butter on my face for the protection if it's really cold and windy still. But yeah, so we got everything combined together. We got our BTMS, we got our emulsifying wax, because we need our oil to stick to the water. Because again, if you don't use the emulsifier, your product is just going to separate. Your oils is going to separate from your water. And we don't want that. We want to keep the aloe vera juice combined with the oils. And that's what the emulsifier does. Okay? But feel free to, if you're going to, you know, attempt this recipe, you know, do your research on, you know, the BTMS and the emulsifier. And the brand that I use is Oslof. I've used Oslof emulsifying wax for years, and I never had a problem. Okay, so at this point, I don't know why I was so out of focus. Okay, the phone kept getting fogged up because I was standing right over it. So there, I'm adding in the water into the oil. So we want our aloe vera juice to blend in good with the oil. We don't want, you know, any separation. Yeah, see my camera kept getting fogged up because I'm standing right over top of the oil, and it's, you know, in a double boiler. So yeah, off camera excuse me, off camera, I added in a little bit more of the aloe vera juice, the pure aloe vera juice, into the oil, because this is going to be a nice hydrating, moisturizing lotion, facial moisturizing lotion. So I just threw it in the freezer for about 15 minutes, and this is what it looks like. You don't want it to freeze all the way. You just want it to stiffen up. Now, I got this from Amazon, and I only use this mixer for when I'm making my butters and creams and things to that nature. So at this point, what you want to do is, just whip it up, and voila. You'll have your lotion. Now, this part is important too. You have to put a preservative in. There's lots of preservatives. I'm not going to tell you what kind of preservative to use. The only thing I could say is just when you pick a preservative, get a broadband preservative. Okay? There's plenty brands out there. I use a broadband preservative. That'll give my lotion a shelf life of at least 24 months, 12 to 24 months. But I'll be done used all of this before that, before that, 24 months is up. And there, I'm just putting a little bit more of that frankincense and myrrh fragrance in. And you have to wait until, the end to put in your preservative and your fragrance, because you don't want to add those two things in your product when everything is hot, because it'll just burn away. Your preservative will just burn away, and so will your fragrance. But there's our lotion, our moisturizing lotion. And it glides on like silk. It just goes right into the skin. It's good for all skin types. And you see it's loaded with that good moringa. It has moringa in it, and cocoa butter, and shea butter, olive oil, infused aloe vera oil. Oh my goodness. And again, I'm 52 years old, so like I said, I have to moisturize. When we get a particular age, we have to cleanse really well, cleanse our face, and use products that'll enhance, skin tightening. Aloe vera does that as well. It's as well as it's a direct beauty treatment for like scars and, things to that nature. It's also a skin tightener. So there, I'm about to pipe all of that into my lotion container that I got from Amazon. And there you have it, everybody. I showed you how I made a whole facial spa full of nothing but aloe vera products. You have our pure aloe vera oil, we have our cleansing soap, and we have our lotion. So I'm all ready for my little spa day this weekend. Coming up, I'm going to start using my aloe vera soaps on my face. And everything came out so nicely. So there, I hope you guys enjoyed this, little tutorial on how to make your own at-home pure aloe vera products. You know what I mean? Because you could buy aloe vera products all day long, and you don't know how much aloe vera is really in the product. So that's why I choose to make my own. And I grow my aloe vera plant right from home in a little container. And there she is. I put her in the window to get some sun, to recoup from those 3 leaves that I took away from her. But I absolutely love this plant. So, yeah, so let's do a little lather test with the soap. And the soap smells so good. That light scent of frankincense and myrrh isn't too overpowering, but it's just enough to mask the smell of the aloe vera. You know, because like I said, to me, the aloe vera, pure aloe vera, have a real pungent smell. So see, the soap lathers up really nice and it feels so silky. So there. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and try making this yourself at home with the aloe vera. And until the next video, stay safe and take care of yourselves and each other.